broke. I believe there was an issue with respect to the continued sequestration of Mr. Bach. Ms. Wise, do you want to address that?
Yes, Your Honor. Under MCL 780.821, the victim has the right to be present throughout the entire trial of the defendant unless the victim is going to be called as a witness. If the victim is going to be called as a witness, the court may, for good cause shown, order the victim to be sequestered until the victim first testifies. The victim shall not be sequestered after he or she first testifies. Under MCL 780.811, subsection H, victim means any of the following. Under H2, the following individuals other than the defendant if the victim is deceased, and it would define that as a child of the deceased victim if the child is 18 years of age or older. So we would ask the court to allow Mr. Bach to stay in the courtroom as he is a definition as defined under the Crime Victims' Rights Act. And we believe MCL 780.821 is mandatory language, as the victim shall not be sequestered. Thank you.
Your Honor, this is another one of those issues that if a Court of Appeals panel is ever listening, I think should be addressed. So there are no, at least that we could find, no court decisions addressing this, not in Michigan. So when we expand it out to look at federal cases that are somewhat comparable, there is a military justice case called United States versus Span, 48 MJ 586, 1998. Because really what we're looking at, I think, is the interplay between the Crime Victims' Rights Act and rebuttal testimony. Mr. Bach is not in a situation where he's going to be called again in the government's case in chief. So that, I think, would be a slightly different analysis. But we've got the possible recall of Mr. Bach in rebuttal. So in United States versus Span, the U.S. Navy Marine Corps Court of Criminal Appeals addressed this specific issue, holding that allowing a rape victim and her mother to remain in the courtroom during part of the government's case in rebuttal and then allowing them to testify was not an abuse of discretion. So that seems to support the government's position. But then there's a Ninth Circuit case called United States versus Eli, 718 F. 2nd 291, 1983, saying it was error for the district court to refuse to exclude the government witnesses from the courtroom because a witness may wish to tailor rebuttal testimony to conform to that of other witnesses as well as to cover up inconsistencies in earlier testimony that have been revealed by the other witnesses. It's tough to know in this situation what Mr. Bach would be testifying to in rebuttal. So I want to be candid. I don't think that there would be a lot of cleaning up to do of his testimony in the case in chief. I don't think that in rebuttal the government would be allowed to, or at least should be allowed to, go into the same topics that they already addressed with him. So, for instance, he said that essentially the door at Munger was rarely locked. Well, now if they put him up to say, oh my gosh, it was locked all the time. Now, I mean, that's just such a benign example, but I don't think they'd be going into those topics. So I don't know that the cleaning up portion is necessarily relevant, but he would be able to hear other testimony from other witnesses that possibly could lead to the tailoring of the testimony in rebuttal. So our position is that unless Mr. Bach is excused as a witness, just as his sisters were, he should not be allowed to remain in the courtroom until the government makes the decision that they are not recalling him. But again, in all candor, there is not Michigan case law on the matter, and I think the federal courts probably more likely lean toward allowing the witness to remain in the courtroom even if they may be called in rebuttal. Thank you.
Quick response, Your Honor. The first portion of the statute anticipates if the victim wants to remain in the courtroom and allows the court to find good cause before ordering the victim sequestered. The second portion of the statute is mandatory. Once that victim testifies, the victim shall not be sequestered after they testify. So I would ask that he be allowed to remain, Your Honor.
so, the US versus L case was, interpreting Federal Rule of Evidence 615, which, requires exclusion of witnesses at the request of a party. It does not include any analysis, obviously, of the Michigan statute or but any analysis of any similar statute. So it's just talking about the basic federal rule about sequestration of witnesses. In Michigan, we do have a specific statute that speaks to this issue, MCL 780.821. As Ms. Wise indicated, it states that if the victim is going to be called as a witness, the court may, meaning permissive for good cause shown, order the victim to be sequestered until the victim first testifies. The victim shall not be sequestered after he or she first testifies. I think that statute is plain on its face, meaning that the someone who is defined as a victim cannot be sequestered after that person first testifies. It is the only way to give meaning to the word first in both of those sentences. So under that statute, I do not believe that the court is permitted to sequester someone who is defined as a victim under the Crime Victims' Rights Act after that person first testifies. Mr. Bach does meet the definition of a victim under the Crime Victims' Rights Act, and so I would grant that request from Ms. Wise to release Mr. Bach from the sequestration order based on MCL 780.821 and allow him to be present in the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Are there any other issues we need to address before bringing the jury back?
No, Your Honor.
No, thank you.
Okay, you're right.
Cena.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to resume. Ms. Wise, the leader when called in us with us.
The people would call Austin Hall.
Would you raise your hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty for perjury?
I do.
Okay, you may see.
Good afternoon. Can you please state your full name and spell it for the record?
Yep, my name is Austin Hall, AUSTINHALL.
All right. Where were you employed in April of 2021?
I was employed with the Lenawee County Sheriff's Office,
All right. And what were your typical job duties?
enforcing the law, investigating crimes, traffic complaints,
All right. Did you have a particular title?
road patrol deputy.
All right. And did you somehow become involved in this case that we're here for today?
I was.
On what date?
April 25th, 2021.
All right. How'd you become involved?
I was called or dispatched to a residence, 400 Pentecost Highway, for a missing person.
All right. And who did you meet with at that Pentecost residence?
I met with 3 of the children of the missing person, Raquel, TJ, and Zach.
All right. And what did you do after you spoke with them?
So after I spoke with them, I did a phone ping for Dee Warner's cell phone.
Okay. Tell me what a phone ping is.
So I contacted Central Dispatch using the phone number that the kids had given me and requested that they ping her location, which is trying to figure out the location of her cell phone.
Okay. And after you contacted Central Dispatch, what did you do?
So after contacting them, I told the kids kind of the results of the phone ping and told them that I was going to go to her registered address there at 2170 West Munger Road.
All right. Did you do that
I did.
immediately after leaving the Pentecost address?
Yes.
All right. And approximately what time do you think that was?
Probably 6 o'clock.
All right. Did you make contact with anybody at that residence?
I did.
And who was that?
Dale Warner.
And did you have an opportunity to speak with him?
I did.
And you were wearing a body cam that night?
I was.
All right. At this time, I would like to play Exhibit 209.
Hello? Are you Dale? Excellent. I'm Deputy Hall from Lenawee County Sheriff's Office. How are you, sir? Oh, here's you, Brent. Thank God. All right, so your wife is missing?
Well, I don't know if she's missing or if she just left, so.
Okay.
She had an altercation with one of our employees, 2 of them. Yesterday, I came home last night, and she was really upset. She was talking a lot of bad things as far as employees. One employee decided to quit. She was gonna talk about killing herself, taking off leave,
Okay.
but she had COVID, God, 2-3 weeks ago. She just got over COVID like a week or so ago. She ain't acted right since. Her glands are swelled up. She's like got an infection. And she's got migraines. And last night she's coming down with a real bad migraine. So she's got some migraine pills that she takes. She took quite a few of those, and then she finally passed out on the couch when this morning around 6 o'clock, I got up and, you know, she was snoring away. I was gonna wake her up and tell she was, you know, been up all night.
Right.
And then when I went on. So then, I went out and got my chemicals and got the sprayer loaded up and sprayed a batch. And I texted her and she didn't answer, so I figured, well, she's still sleeping, she's not answering. So then I loaded up another batch and I went back with my acid and I was spraying. And then, Raquel called me, her daughter Stephanie called me, said Raquel called her, she can't find her mom. And I said, well, she's at the house, she's in there laying on the couch. Excuse me, so she couldn't find her, and then I called Raquel, and I says, your mom's not there? She was just there, you know, when I was there an hour or two ago. She said, no, she's not here. And I says, well, I'll be done spraying here shortly, and I'll be back. So about, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes later, I got back here, and I went in the house, and she was gone. And I walked around in the house, went in the bathroom. Well, her hair curler's gone, her hair dryer's gone, her makeup bag's gone, and she has a go bag packed all the time. I mean, this isn't the first time she's left. Usually she takes out and goes to her son's house and stays for a day or so.
Better cause.
Yeah, something comes back.
Yeah.
So she gets all pissed off and takes off and goes over there for a day. This time the difference is she ain't answering anymore.
Right.
When she said her mom wasn't here, I went in and see all that stuff going. I wasn't real concerned because she makes it up all the time. She goes over to Zach's house and stays. So
Sure.
she'll cool off and she'll come back home. Well, nobody could get a hold of her. When Zach came here, I says, she's at your house. I know she is. You're just telling me a story. You know, you're
See why
covered
you
for
say
it.
that? Yeah,
You're covered
absolutely.
for it.
Yeah.
You know, and he says he's not. Well, I wasn't real convinced of it for a while. I am now. Because, you know,
Yeah.
but nobody could get a hold of her, so. But she didn't take her vehicle. She accused me of taking the key last night. Well, I said, you were home before I was. How could I take your key?
Sure.
But I think it was because of the migraine. She gets to where she can't see and she can't talk. It gets so bad. And I don't know. But then she was gone. She took all her bags. So somebody picked her up. So she's with someone somewhere.
Okay. Do you know anybody who?
I don't. They called everybody that, you know, like I said, I figured she was with Zach with her son.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what else to do other than wait a day or so and see what
Sure.
she shows up.
Yeah. I mean, if you
And I know we get
this
all fired up, the kids get all fired up and call the police. And this isn't the first time she's done this, guys. The first thing is she's not communicating with everybody. But the only thing that's really strange too is this time she put her wedding ring in my desk.
Yeah.
She's never done that before.
Yeah. It is.
So she set this on my desk in the office, and she went in. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just puzzled.
Well, I
You
understand.
know, I'm concerned because my daughter's wondering what the hell's going on, and I'm just gonna tell her, you know, mom's working things out. She's
Right.
frustrated. So.
Right. And her kids were insinuating that she normally has never left without you guys' daughter.
Yeah, that's the other strange thing. Our daughter went over to my brother. He's got daughters close to her age. She went over there last night and stayed. And I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would think something was up, but she took her stuff. So I mean, it's not like somebody forced her to go anywhere. Or
Sure.
something. I mean,
Sure.
she took her clothes and took her, you know, her curling iron and that stuff. So
Do you guys have any like farm trucks or anything like that? She would have been pissed off, jumped in, taken.
no, that's everything's here. You know, there's 15 semis out back, and everything's here.
Okay.
The employee that she had no vacation with, he was never here today. He was going to come clean his truck up. He never showed up. And the other one was here this morning and took a load of line, but he was up. He left here at 2 o'clock in the morning or 3, and he just got back a few hours ago.
Okay.
You know, so I mean, it ain't nothing with them. Right? I mean, she's had altercations with quite a few people. She's pretty wired, you know, my wife.
I don't know, but.
She's in your face to tell you how it is. I mean,
Right. Yeah. I get that. These kinds of things happen quite often.
I told him I didn't want to call him, but I was going to come into the office in the morning and call you. I guess you can't come to the office now. Get here, get me to the office.
You can go to the front lot. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
grandson had said that he's on her bank statements or something, and he checked, and she said no activity.
Well, she usually has a lot of cash, she carries a lot of cash.
Okay.
But, I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Until another day goes by,
Right.
I'm concerned, but I'm not, alarmed yet.
Right.
Like tomorrow
That's
night,
fair.
we ain't heard nothing. Well, yeah, we need to start
Figuring it out.
looking, yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's one thing to be wife to be pissed off and take off.
Well, we got
Not
3 different businesses here, so the tensions are high all the time.
Sure.
It's all the time.
Sure.
It's when you're married, you're
Yeah, well, that's the guy.
We got 9 kids. It's been a challenge.
Yeah, well, I can imagine that, absolutely. So, we tried pinging her cell phone, and nothing. The last ping was home here, and that was at 7-something in the morning. So, I'm not sure. She clearly doesn't have a phone working. Is she a person who's normally keeps your phone on her hip, or is she
She's never without it.
never without it?
But I told the other kids she's got a second phone, and she's doesn't let anybody know she's got another phone.
Do you have a phone number?
No, it's a secret phone that she doesn't know that I know she has it, but
Why would she have it?
I have no idea. I haven't confronted her about it because I didn't want the confrontation, but I know she has another phone.
Okay, well, that might be an important chunk of information there.
So
has
she
another
calls,
phone.
I mean, she got another phone, she calls somebody on that phone, I'm sure.
Okay.
Because, and the reason I know she has another phone is when we were in Florida, she tried to tell me it was my daughter's phone. I didn't say nothing, it was her vacation, I was like,
That's what's,
whatever. It's our daughter's phone, it wasn't, so it's like, no, but originally, we went to Mexico, it's been quite a while ago, and she had 2 phones in her bag, and it was unpacked in the room, and she said, oh, that phone was in the room, that was in the room, and somebody else, I'll take it down the front desk and turn it in. But I said, no, you gotta choose your battle. A lot of other little things, but she don't show up on this, like, figure them out.
Right, absolutely. I'd say, I mean, it's only been
Well, I mean, it's only been
13 hours since you saw her.
Yeah, well, cell phone thing, 12 hours since I've been 7 now.
Right, so I would definitely say though, if by tomorrow morning, we still have nothing on her, I'd be digging through paperwork trying to see if you can find anything where the cell phone would be. If she has a different one that she's keeping on her, and we can ping that, that'll give us the location.
She's got her car, she parks her car locked, so she's very, very secretive what she's doing.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't know everything you're doing, but you can't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, well, that's what women do. Well, I appreciate it, sir. I'll get out of your hair. At this point, I got really nothing to go off of, just waiting out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else, I'm getting all excited yet.
Sure.
Right, a couple more days go by, and I'll say, yeah,
Yeah,
here's someone else.
absolutely. So,
I mean, if she, the way she left, she doesn't want anybody to know where she's at, so I mean,
yeah.
obviously she knows what she's doing, because we can't find her.
Right, right. No, I get that. I absolutely get that. All right, I will, I'll clear out here, and if she does show up, please give us a call.
Okay, you got a card?
Yes, I'll give you that. For whatever reason she shows up, she comes back, she's fine.
No foul, no harm, no foul.
Right, just call into central dispatch, they'll let me know, and, that way. Yep. So, all right,
You related to Matt Hall, or?
Matt Hall, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely, yep, he's my cousin.
Okay. And Marty then?
Yep, all those guys.
So who's your parents then?
Mike and Lisa,
Lisa, so how are they related to Gary then?
Sorry?
Matt's dad. That would be,
then we might be talking about a different side here.
I'm talking Matt Hall.
Matt, I got a cousin, Matt Hall, from like St. Creek area.
Okay, this one's right from around Onset area.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, sorry. Yeah, there's a ton of us running around. Yeah, there's plenty. So I appreciate it.
I believe you indicated that you got there around 6 p.m. The body cam, I believe, started at 6:55 p.m. Do you know which would be more?
Definitely the body cam would have been more accurate. I think I
Okay.
was at the 400 West Pentecost, or 400 Pentecost Highway address around 6 o'clock-ish, and then that was there about an hour before I got there, so definitely
Okay.
the 6:55.
Okay, perfect. So after you leave the Munger residence, what do you do?
So I filed a report and submitted that to my sergeant at the time.
Okay. Did you have any other involvement with this case?
I did.
All right, and tell me about that.
Yeah, so that was a Sunday. My next shift in would have been Tuesday, would have been Wednesday that week. Prior to, Detective Grea had given me a call and had on Monday and asked me about the incident and what I remembered from it,
Okay.
and that he was going to be investigating it further.
Okay, and did you assist him in his investigation?
I did.
All right. And as part of the investigation, what kinds of things did you do?
Yeah, so it was kind of a training opportunity for me. I was a newer deputy on the road, so I kind of got to tag along with Detective Grea and go through a couple interviews, and then I was tasked with following up with some of the employees and helping search the residence a few times.
Okay. Did you recently have the opportunity to look through additional body cams?
I did, yes.
Okay. And 426, was Detective Kevin Grea out there at the Munger residence?
He
again?
was.
All right. At this time, I'd play Exhibit 210.
Hey. Hi. I'm Detective Grea from the Sheriff's Department. Can we step inside, talk to you? See what you Yeah. See if we can figure out what's going on. Is your daughter, you know when she's gonna be home?
Oh, which daughter?
You got like a 9-year-old or 8-year-old or something?
She's at my brother's right now. They picked her up from school.
Okay. So do you know when she'll be home?
When I go get her.
Oh, okay, alright. When was the last time you saw her?
Who's that?
Your wife?
When I was walking out of here, I'm guessing it was around 6 o'clock.
AM. Yesterday?
Sunday morning.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, Sunday morning in the AM. I can't remember. I'm sure. I guess maybe it was around then.
Okay. Alright. Well, it sounds like obviously she's missing, so it's an important,
Well,
something, whether she's done this before or whatever, but, her vehicles are still here, so that's kind of weird.
well, it's weird that she took her stuff and somebody picked her up this time.
Yeah.
But
What's your take on it? What do you think? Fair? What do you got? I mean, what's your take
I
on it?
think she'll be back in a day or two.
She pissed at you and
Well, she got into it with a couple of employees.
uh-huh.
We got a truck driving company, we got 3 different companies around here.
Well, look at that real quick. Truck driving, farm.
Yeah, we do custom fertilizer and seed and stuff.
Okay, so truck drive, farm, and then what's your third one? Seed?
Chemical fertilizer.
Chemical fertilizer. Okay.
But,
She got into it with who?
couple of drivers,
Well, give me just the names
So-
real quick.
Terry, Merrick.
Terry Nerick.
Terry was married, I give you, I guess, the long version, you won't get the gist of it. He got married to a lady now, he lives in Blissfield.
Okay.
Our dispatcher is Todd Merrick,
Okay.
his brother. Terry got married to Terry, which is the lady's name, so it makes it a little confusing.
Okay.
Very bad relationship, it went south, he was getting divorced. Dee was helping him get divorced, Doug Hartzon helped, or did the, divorce paperwork and all that.
Okay.
Terry had a head injury when he was young, so he has a hard time, he doesn't like confrontation. He has a hard time severing the ties from his ex. So he got divorced. She was supposed to be out of the house within a week. She's still living there. She was driving his truck. She was supposed to turn it back over to him after a couple weeks. She still got it. You know, this is like 5-6 months ago. Well, Dee, my wife, she's a fixer. So she's trying, she talked Doug Hart's money into doing this for him. And he made payments to him. Well, Doug called her, about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and said, hey, what's up? Gary hasn't sent me a check.
Okay.
A month. You know, $100, $200, whatever.
Yeah.
$800.
Okay.
So Dee's like, are you effing kidding me? He
Right.
hasn't paid you, goddamn.
Right.
You know, did a special favor. And
Right.
now it makes me look like shit. And so she got a call Terry and chewed him out for not paying her. The other Terry got hold of his phone and seen that he texted him. And then she started texting me back on Terry's phone. So Dee's thinking it's truck driver Terry is talking shit to me back. And it was his ex-wife looking at his phone. So it all went south from there. And it's, you know, my take on it, Terry comes to work, does his job, give him his paycheck. His personal life should be ours. But my wife is the fixer and she wants to be involved and, you know, fix everything. So she's trying to get Terry to understand, to get her out of the house.
Is your wife better with Terry or better with the other Terry, the female Terry, his wife?
What's Terry, the truck driver?
The male.
The male,
Okay.
yeah. The wife and her, they're like, what would you say, gasoline and water.
Would you suspect your wife having an affair with Terry because they're going through problems? Is that even anywhere
Like
near
my wife
that?
had an affair? No.
Yeah, no, you don't think that's the case? Okay.
I don't think that she's having, there's no doubt in my mind she's not having an affair.
Okay.
But my thing is she had this finish. She had an altercation with him, and then she called me. She had COVID 3-4 weeks ago. And
Hold on, Scott. How are you then?
I'm fine.
I have no idea. I mean, have you been tested?
No, but I mean, this was weeks ago.
Okay.
I was sick from, I had a cold, cough and stuff.
Mm.
It didn't faze me. I just
Okay.
kept going. But she was sicker than hell for 3 weeks in the house here.
Mm.
And then she was getting over it, and the doctor put her on steroids. And she just puffed up and just.
Okay.
But ever since she started getting over the COVID, she couldn't remember things. It wasn't my wife anymore. It's like her whole personality, everything about her changed. And I don't get it. I mean, I don't know that much about COVID. I always, you wear a mask and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. But anyway, so her whole personality changed. She had that altercation with Terry and Todd, his brother. She called, was mad about that.
Todd's the dispatcher?
Yeah, so that's Terry's.
Yeah, gotcha. No, it does.
They had that altercation. I was over in the field working with my other 2 employees. We were putting tile in.
What's the altercation? The fact he hasn't paid? Or what's the main altercation about?
That he hasn't paid and that he hasn't left her, made her leave and get his truck back. That she's still there, which she's would be mad at me because you're not backing me up, Dale. You're not supporting what I'm telling Terry. I'm like, gee.
So she is telling Terry you need to leave.
Right, you need to get her out of your, because it's Terry's apartment. He's paying all the bills. She doesn't work, she doesn't do anything. She's got his truck and the court ordered her to give it back to him. I mean, I could go on and on. So she's pissed that he's not gotten rid of her yet, that she's still there, dragging her down. But, like I tell her, I said, Dee, it's his life. It's his personal life. But she didn't want it. My wife is a fixer.
Okay.
And she had to try and fix it. Well, the two females got into text messaging back and forth, and she started telling Dee that she was taking Xanax or something. It just pissed her off. And so they had their text war. And then, like I said, I was put Todd in the field, and she called me, and I answered the phone. And I could tell that phone voice I was going to get nasty or something. I mean, you can tell. I said, yeah, what's up? And she goes, are you by yourself? I'm no. Well, get by yourself. So I walked away, and she started, why are you telling the employee that I'm on Xanax or whatever the depressing stuff is? I don't know. I said, Dee, I'm not telling her anything. What are you talking about? You're always down. You don't appreciate me. And we're done. We're selling everything. She hung up the phone. And she went, I mean, this is completely
And
off
this
the
is
wall.
Sunday, you said, or when was this?
This was Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday. That was Saturday when she had the argument with said she wouldn't answer her phone, she didn't come talk to me the rest of the day.
So she argued with them and you that day? I mean,
Well, I didn't argue, I just told her I'm not arguing, I didn't do this,
Yeah.
and I'm, you know, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna- we had been going to the counselor, and she comes to Masterpiece,
Okay.
Craig, I
Okay.
don't know if Craig or not. But we've been going there, we've had some other nerve problems that we're trying to get through.
What's the guy's name? Masterpiece?
Craig, nothing's, I think his last name.
You said, where did you say? County?
Yeah, it comes out of
Well, obviously, I can get it. Yeah, right, absolutely. Yeah.
But anyway, we've been going, seeing them. Well, that night, Saturday night, I came home from town, it was close to probably 9 o'clock, it was around dark. I came in the house, Angelina was still here, I took her out, well, I went out and seen if she did her chores, her chicken chores out there, she had chickens. And they weren't done, so I come and got her, take her out, so she did her chores. I go back and I said, "Dee, we're gonna go over to town to check the cat." "Oh, no, you're not. Amy's coming over to your room." I said, "Well, when did this come?" "Well, Amy just called her, she's going over." "Okay, well, it's probably better you're gonna be arguing with me all night, so it's better she's not here." So I said, "Okay." So Amy came and got her, I come in after, I'm gonna check the scooter. And she was still upset over Jerry. And then from earlier today, and I kept trying to tell her, Dee, it's their personal life, just leave it alone. And she just could not stop, and just wouldn't let it go. And she was, you know, I've been talking to Craig, and he's been telling me, you know, how to not escalate an argument, you know, agree with her and do all the steps that you're supposed to do. So I was trying to keep from arguing, and she just kept telling me how mean I was to her. I'm like, "Dee, I'm not mean to you." Well, she got herself so upset, and she gets migraine, she goes and gets shots in her neck, and she got a really good pinch.
Okay.
So she was coming down with a migraine, and when she gets a migraine, she can't talk and she can't see. It gets that bad. Well, it was getting to that point, so she got up and got her pain meds and took them. And 20 minutes, half an hour went by, and she was starting to calm down. She was still really upset. And I said, "You lay down here, I'll rub your back, and go to sleep." I said, "We're not going to argue. It's not. We're not going there."
Yeah. So it's Saturday night.
It's Saturday night. So it's probably about midnight, 1 o'clock.
Okay.
By the time she finally goes to sleep. And she's on the couch right there. So then I go in the bedroom, and I go to bed. And I get up. I come out in the morning. It's around 6. She's on the couch, snoring away. So I didn't wake her up. I wanted her to sleep. She'd been up so long. So I went out to the barn, went back, loaded with the spray for a batch. And went down, first 2 week here to Leroy's. Come back, like an hour, and I loaded up again, and I texted her, and she didn't answer me, which I figured, good, she's still sleeping. So I got back in the sprayer.
Obviously, you get a phone and all that, we can look into that later, but, so roughly, are you talking roughly 7 o'clock now, or what are you roughly? She was still sleeping in the morning at 6 when you walked out, she was just laying on the couch, so you just let her sleep.
It was 7, I'm going to spray later, or going to be spraying, call you later. This was at 7:45 a.m.
Okay.
Are you up yet? Is your migraine better?
She never answered the 70:45.
But after I looked, it never was delivered.
Right, I got you. So it was sent, not,
Yeah, so her phone, but she was down here, so her phone, she never charged it, her watch, she never charged it that night. So it doesn't surprise me that it went dead. So I wasn't really alarmed. I thought she's still sleeping. And then the second time I did by 10 o'clock, gosh, she's always up by now.
Okay.
And she didn't answer. And then that's when Stephanie called me. She works in her office. And she says, "What's going on?"
I just want to see, what was your last actual one? Just drop up here.
Right down here.
No, yeah, no, I just want to see what the last ones were. Dick wants to get a full starter, starter feet, or what it's,
I can't
what
wait
it's
to
on my
see.
computer, so we're going to see, check it down.
Did
Any others?
over the door fix? No.
Okay,
So
so
here.
Okay. Alright, so these are her. So her last one is, Friday. Yeah. So Friday, 8:34 p.m. is her last one. Last
That's
message.
Friday to 8:30.
That's her last message.
Nina had a half day of school, so she left and I wanted to and was having a half day of school. And before that, she sent me the activation codes to the program that we got. This is what Glenn said all week. We're trying to get overhead door, see the shop door still open. This was on Wednesday. She called Glenn to see when he could come fix the door. He said they can't get parts. They're in the back orders. We go to Munger Road. Activation code for the SMS program. Nina has a half day of school. I'm going to pick her up. This was supposed to be noon. She was going with Christian. And then she said Dick wants to load the starter, which he meant he needed his tank filled. She had the interpretation that he needed a nursing home right now. I called him. That's not pretty sleeping night today. There's a half sandwich on it. She picked up the sandwich. Did Glenn fix the door? And I said no. And then she said, are you here? Here.
I have a few comments that save, I mean, don't delete anything yet, you know,
No,
this way we get back on it.
delete anything.
Okay.
No, everything's here. I mean, it's just gonna probably go back 3 years. You can see some hellacious fucking
Arguments. I got you.
Every time.
When, so, how often is it, I mean, is this her spot, or you guys rotate, or just one night, what's the deal with the couch?
She's been sleeping on the couch when it's probably been, she's off and on the couch all the time. She has neck pains and stuff, she can't sleep at night. She says, I'm gonna sleep on the couch, I'm not gonna keep you up.
Yeah, okay.
So, I think, my opinion is come to bed, we both sleep better when we're together, not apart.
Right.
But she says, I don't wanna keep you awake, and I says, well, I'm awake more if you're not in the bed. And you sleeping on the couch is worse for your neck and your head than there. But, you can't win a battle with your wife, so.
So the purse is gone, the cell phone is gone, the iPad is gone. Okay. And the satchel down here, this big,
That's my
Okay.
But,
your daughter's bedroom here, the 9-year-old or whatever?
Yeah, because our office, she took it over. But, that's when my, daughter called.
This is her here?
That's my wife.
You know what, yeah, how long you guys been married? Roughly?
20 years.
Okay, well, then you probably took more current one than a 7-year-old one.
A lot, but.
Yeah, so where's the current one just kind of sitting here? I'm not getting a driver's license picture, but, well, that's how old is that?
But so my stepdaughter, Raquel, called Stephanie and said, I can't find my mom, what's going on? Well, then Stephanie called me when I was spraying still, and I says, I don't know, she was sleeping on the couch or not. But I thought it was weird that Raquel didn't call me, she had Stephanie call me, so I didn't understand that, but anyway. So I called Raquel back, and I says, what's going on? She says, Mom's not here. And I says, I was just there, and she was sleeping, she had a migraine last night. And she says, she's not here. And I says, well, I'm just about done spraying when I was in Brooklyn. She says, I'll be back. I'll be back shortly. And I got here, she was gone. I said, she's going to the room, she looked around. And she didn't, I don't think she looked. I came in here, and she's always got her curl iron, her curl iron's gone.
Well, it's right here. It's right here. Is that one?
No,
Is that one?
no, she's got dozens of them. One goes down, you got it back up. But she's got a curl iron, hair dryer, and then her big ass makeup bag.
And those are gone.
They're gone. And then she's always got, she has another bag here. I have two bags in here. She's got a bag with her clothes in it. She's got another bag with her pills and her medication in it. And every time we get mad, she takes that, she goes to Zach's. Oh, here, I'll show you.
While I'm here, I see 2 purses back here, but she's a woman, so she got 800 purses.
She got 800 purses. Come in here, she got more goddamn clothes.
Does she have handguns, long handguns, or anything
Yeah,
else?
one handgun, it's in the safe.
It is, would you please, have you confirmed it?
Yeah, no, I haven't. Yep, it's down there.
The cases, unless you actually see the extra in itself. I'm sorry, I'm just
No, it's
making
fine.
sure.
It's better than sure. That's okay.
Okay, Ruger, okay, no, you're fine. You know, what is the caliber, do you know? 9? 380? Okay.
I think that's the only
should miss her daughter, right? She's got to love her
That's
daughter.
the only.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, that's going to be bigger than a pet.
Yeah, I mean.
All your pets are your
that's
two
my
dogs.
That's my daughter's cat.
Okay.
Her dog, these dogs in the garage.
So for this, I mean, that's clearly my number one, right? Is her
Well,
daughter.
the biggest thing that throws us all off is my daughter. I mean,
Right.
She does everything with my daughter. This is all.
I was just going to say, what do you got going on here?
All your 8.
Okay, you have 8 kids? How many with
We
her?
got 9. I've got 1 with her.
Okay, so
These,
the
there's
9
4,
year.
these 3 here, and Jenny are from my first marriage, and these 4 are from Dee's first marriage.
Okay.
So we got.
Where's your 9-year-old? Where's your 9-year-old?
We don't have a picture of her up there.
What is wrong with you?
Well, she's got.
You're going to give that child complexes.
These ones can't put on the wall unless she's got the same frame.
Gotcha.
Well, this is our daughter's here.
I'm sorry, then I interrupted you. The actual medications then?
Oh, yeah, and there's there. Where they're off. There's her wedding picture up there.
The medication, did you think she took them? No, I mean, I don't mean took them, I mean took them physically, so there's a crap load here. Any clue? If she took some?
She's got this many vehicles.
Okay.
It's,
What about on the suicidal end?
well,
You think
she was talking about killing her. You know, when she gets, when you get pissed off, she's saying stuff. What's that? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
When was the last time she had said something like that?
it was that night.
Okay, so Saturday talking about killing herself. Okay. You take that as more of attention or something like that?
Yeah, it's just normal.
Okay.
But I was trying to solve. I mean, mine. She was supposed to go. She goes to the pet and pain clinic up to.
Yeah.
She goes to the head and pain clinic, or I can't get the name right. It's up north of Ann Arbor for procedures on her neck.
Okay. Is it in Ann Arbor? Or north, you're saying north of
We
it?
can go out to the office and make you, because the paper's laying on her desk and the address is
Maybe
there.
around or something.
But we can look at that. But she was supposed to go in for a blood test. And I thought she went in last week or was supposed to went in and have a blood test because they won't do any more procedures with her until they have a blood test and make sure she's not taking a bunch of oxycodone and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I looked on there, it's May is when they're supposed to have it done, so I don't have a blood tox on her. I was really concerned that she was on a lot of the oxycodone because I got into her car. When I came in that night, she accused me of taking the keys to her car. And I kind of chuckled and that really pissed her off. I says, I just got here. You got here before me. How would I have your keys? She didn't see no humor in it. But I couldn't find, I don't know if she didn't take the car because she couldn't find her keys. She thought I took them. Because I still can't find the keys in the car. I found
That's
some
not
here,
here.
but it's laying in here. God damn it. One of the keys is in here, they did, what's it? Yeah, like a boy, key fob.
Has she abused either or, the alcohol or drugs in the past? And I mean, I'm not looking at her criminally, I'm just trying to find out what's going on here.
I always have thought when she drinks way too much. And then it seems like she's taking way too many pills. She's coming under covered all the time. And my concern is every vehicle she's got, we can go out and look in the Hummer, we can look in the Caddy, there's 4 or 5 bottles and all of that oxycodone.
All that hall?
Not all Matt Hall, but there's most of them Mass RPA, because our doctor, so, I mean, Matt always.
Okay.
But Matt does a good job, he talks to her all the time, and, you know, does a real good job. But most of the stuff is Matt Hall on the label, but I'm not so sure if she isn't buying it somewhere else and put it back in the bottle, so it's legal.
Married 20 years,
Yeah, roughly.
and then, I'm sorry, so there's 8 total children, and then how many, okay, 9 total children, 1 biological with you now?
Yes, that's cool.
1 bio, and then how many do you have?
I had 4.
Without her.
Right. I
Okay.
had 4 out there, and then she had 4, and then we got married.
Okay. I checked, this way, no, I checked finances already, not when I say finances, her account, and there's, it sounds like she's old school and does this cash instead of using credit card, but there's been nothing since, there's been nothing for several days, or a couple days.
Yeah.
Her stuff.
Her stuff, yeah, she has a lot of cash. She, let's see, I'm guesstimating between $50,000 to $100,000 cash is what she's got
Okay.
with her.
On her, on her person, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
And you know that because it's missing from the safe, or, oh, okay. Is it a combo, yours and hers, or is
Yeah,
it?
it's kind of, there's still some cash in there, she didn't take it all.
Okay. And that did that piss you off?
Not really.
Okay.
There's, the other thing that you don't know is, we've been going to see Craig because she's been taking money out of the accounts in the office for the last couple of years.
From a business, like, okay.
Well, there's,
Is she hiding it for the divorce down the road, or what's your take on it? Is she using it for drugs? What will be your take on it? Oh, okay.
this is, but it goes back to 18 up to 20, and I know there's a lot more. And it's fine, my wife's hiding it, so whatever.
All right, then I'm sorry. You're giving me a big difference, 50 to 100,000 that's missing? It's just because you don't pay
I
attention.
don't pay attention.
Okay.
Guesstimate what's usually in the safe, and there's only about probably 11,000 to 12,000 in there right now.
Okay. And then, who all knows the town? Just you two, just us. Okay. All right. All right. Anyone do anything? Is there anything, you think I need to do, or, check?
I don't think there's any reason, her kids are all pulling their hair out and going crazy, but I don't think there's anything to get excited about.
Okay.
There too.
Okay. All right.
I mean, the only thing that really bothers me
The daughter.
is my daughter, and she left her wedding ring on my desk in the office, and she's never done that before.
Okay.
I mean, her wedding ring is about 6 carats. So if she's out for money and she's doing something, there's about $35,000, $40,000 right there in that ring she just left on my table.
I'm sorry, 30,000. I'm not
35 to 40.
Okay.
But I don't know.
And then you haven't talked to your daughter today, that one.
I took her, well, my 9-year-old, I took her to school this morning.
But as far as, hey, mom, come
Well, I just,
see you or something, or
no,
mom call you.
I talked to people at school, and if her mom showed up, they were gonna call me. And she said, do you want us not to let her take her? I says, no, she can take her daughter. But I said, I just want you to call me and let me know.
And I'm sorry, I misheard it. You don't think she's having an affair?
I could be wrong, I've been wrong on several things, but
Right.
I don't think she did.
Okay.
I think she's
Who's your best friend? Besides you? If you're that.
her son.
Okay. Besides him.
I don't really know.
What school did she go to? Sister for her?
No,
Brother?
she got a brother Greg, and there's 40 years in, or 20 years in.
So they're not tight then?
No, I don't know, normally, we have conversations or arguments all the time, it's usually over something in the business. She'll get mad, she'll go over and stay at Zach's house with Linda like for a day or two, and then she's back, and it's fine, or she takes off, and then she'll still call on the phones and do stuff on the phone through the office, so what's weird is the phone's off. This time,
Yeah.
she, luckily didn't leave here without anybody over there, and she put a ring on my desk.
Yeah.
And that's 3 flags, I'm just like, something is definitely wrong, there's somebody that's coaxed her. I mean, she's couldn't sleep, so she's on Facebook and online. Oh my God, I tell her she's addicted to it. When we went to Florida, she didn't even look out the damn window of the camper, she's on her effing phone the whole time, looking at Facebook, and I was like,
Facebook profile name? Is this her name?
Yes.
Alright. I put my cell phone number and my name on the guard, Detective Kevin Grea.
You have Adrian?
Yeah, Adrian. So yeah, Paul works with me. He's one of our road cops. I'm a detective, so you can just deal with me, to be honest with you, at this point. Because he's a road cop, he handles
Well, I
it.
thought he looked pretty green and he.
No, he's actually, we've been involved with some pretty big stuff. The kid does have his crap.
Pretty young.
Yeah, no, he's got his crap together.
Surprising, Matt Hall, our physician up there, his son is Austin Hall, so it's exactly the same name, so I was quizzing him out when he was here. I said, "You know Matt?" He said, "Well, yeah, it's my cousin." Well, there's another Matt Hall where he's from. So I was like, "Holy shit, I'm
Oh,
here."
gotcha.
But,
Alright, so you're just basically saying, drag her feet, she's gonna turn up. That's what kind of you're saying, you don't expect foul play.
no, I mean, I don't want to get, her kids are going around,
Yeah.
getting excited, that's fine, it's
Right,
fine.
right.
But she's done this before, I mean, I don't want to get everybody all worked up excited for when she shows up tomorrow.
Well, the flags that I'm seeing aren't the ones that are scaring me as far as anything other than, I mean, she left the ring here, and that's a, a
That's
big
big,
one, she took some
our
money
daughter's, I
cash.
mean, our daughter's the biggest one.
Right,
I
right.
understand that.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to know.
Right.
I'm not worried.
So
It ticks
she,
me off about what they've been doing, but it's only fucking money we make, so whatever.
you got a better attitude than me, I know.
I've been divorced before,
Yeah.
and I farmed my whole life, and I had a lot of goals we set out to do, and I reached them all, and I lost. We had a vegetable farm up in Manchester. In 2015, we damn near lost everything because we bought the vegetable farm. We lost probably $25–30 million on that deal. And we're just finally getting our asses back on top and getting out from under them. But now we didn't file bankruptcy, we got everybody paid.
Do you have a lake house, a Florida house?
No, we got a motor home that we take.
Oh, yeah.
That was our splurge motor home.
Have you checked the property then? Obviously, I'm not stupid, but obviously the motor home, make sure it's
We
not.
checked everywhere.
Okay.
We've been everywhere, everywhere.
Who in the heck is she gonna leave with? Because her vehicles are still here, and it's still here.
That's what we're puzzled about.
Okay.
That's what we're puzzled.
And unfortunately, or whatever, Terry's now been quit or fired.
Well, he come around this morning, and I talked to him, and I think he's gonna come back another week, or a few days. He said, "I'll think about it." I said, "I really want you to stay."
How did he come back? Or did you call him first?
I
Or call
called
him back?
I called him.
You said, hey, come up here?
I said, "Hey, Terry, can you go up here on a call?"
Yeah. Okay.
He said, "Yeah, I'll go."
Alright.
We all have a good relationship still. I mean, Terry, he talked to Dee, you talked to him. It's just, there's a friction. Like I say, Dee's a fixer. It don't matter what the problem is, she's gonna try and fix it. If you don't listen to her, her answer on how to fix it, she's mad. I mean, her ways are right.
Alright, with that being said, I think I got plenty just to start.
What do we need to do, or what?
No, I mean, like I said, I checked a few things. The bank, that's the first one to see, hey, is there activity there, whether it's good or bad, someone could still steal her stuff and use an ATM card. It's not active, but these old schools, she's used some cash, if you will. No, I think you're doing fine.
My daughter's my biggest concern
Right.
now. Because
But when we'll do that, so in the event it's a fair or something else, crap, I'm screwing everything up, leave the daughter with you, because that's, decent or whatever, you're good or whatever, and take off. I mean, I've seen that before, instead of taking, the child. But of course, we see it the other way a lot too, where they take the child.
Back in my mind, I'm thinking maybe she's addicted to some drugs. I think there is some drugs has something to do with it, but I mean, I don't.
But you're not saying the morphine or anything, which is actually
Oxycodone
narcotic,
or
right,
whatever, all that
pills and
stuff.
stuff, right.
Like I say, I go in the motor room, there's fucking bottles, everywhere I go, there's bottles of them. I know Matt, yeah, he gave her prescriptions for them.
Yeah.
But it's 50 pills or something.
Right.
This is like hundreds of pills, I mean, this is more than what came with the prescription, okay? And they're in everything.
Or doctor shopping, which I really shouldn't be able to have. The other doctors should be able to see it.
But when she did her, when she came down, she tested, she went and had a quick test for COVID, because she felt like shit for a week, she was in here nuts. She's like, "Don't you feel?" I'm like, "Yeah, I felt a little sick, back to work." She says, "I don't feel bad." My ex-wife called me, she said, they figured out my son, he works at Tiva in Akron.
Okay.
He gave it to his mother and sister and his stepdad, and then they gave it to everybody over here. That's the fact she puts in the microwave.
Is this hers then? Okay.
Nick Maxwell was trying to figure out where, that's, Gardner White, must be some furniture when her daughter was over her house.
What's the other one right here?
Found this in the car in the bottom, you need a gift card? Got a gift card for about 16.
9 o'clock Monday, 10 o'clock Thursday. Any,
It's on the check stub.
Basil boys, she said we go way back in February. Oh, you said you're gonna do, so she did 170 grand?
Well, I'm gonna look and see where it went.
Right.
I mean, I don't know where it went.
Let's see, the card date on this one. Back 2 3, so it's been a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's been a little while.
I thought your son, or her, who was it? Her son. Yeah, I thought he kinda did the finances.
He does.
Sounds like someone needs to kind of do a little audit. If he
Yeah.
didn't realize it was 170,000.
That's just doing his personal audit on everything.
Alright. I'm back at work at 7 a.m.
Okay.
I work Monday through Thursday, 10
So
hour
you got a
shifts.
call this morning when I called?
I did not.
Okay, did, Officer Hall get it?
If you left a message for Hall, it'd be on his voicemail, so he, I think
I know you passed it over to you, or did Zach and then get a hold of you then, or is that?
Zach, a couple people did.
Zach or Dustin?
Well, it's not just that, they're apparently friends of friends of friends, one's a U.S. Marshal, a friend,
Oh, okay, that'd be Randy's.
and I
Okay.
know his last name, but I don't know.
Kane?
No.
No.
So I don't know who.
Oh, that would be your other friend, yeah.
Okay, so that's one, and then, there's a Tecumseh cop, he
That's-
just called me.
That's, Maddie's dad, remember the picture you see her with? That's her dad.
Okay,
Paul.
yeah, he's one that just called me,
Okay.
I mean, literally, so I just got this.
Okay, yeah, 'cause
whatever it was.
Maddie was here this morning, she fed the dog and, gave me a hug and
Yeah.
cried a little bit.
So that's how I got the call, and we're like, no, we got somebody missing, we need to know, we as detectives need to know about it.
And it's not here, out here.
She actually left you no notes,
What's that?
she left you no notes.
No, I never, my note name's me.
Okay.
Our daughter.
Yeah, just take it real quick. Does she do, the garden or flowers and stuff, or no? No, that's, alright, to hear anything or whatever, you just, at this point, you can call me, you don't have to mess with Paul if you want, or not man, just call me, even if she shows up, I'll come up and talk to her, just whatever, when she's awake in a day or two or something. And if there's anything more you can think, you just get a hold of me that I need to do, but I'll start working on it at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, looking at a few things, see if I can figure something out.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. I'm sure it'll be on here. I sure hope that he did it. Yes. Dale.
605.
Oh, you're kidding me. I'll mark him down. I'll mark him down for that one. I don't know why he didn't have your number. 605.
605, 6964.
Okay. Yep. Thanks.
What is the next series of body cameras you watch regarding this case?
It would have been the daytime of the next day on the 27th.
Okay, so you say the daytime, were there two separate sets?
There was one at night and then one during the day.
Okay, and during the daytime, they spent a little time walking around the property, and after that, is there a conversation regarding the Hummer that takes place?
There is.
Okay, at this time, we'd play Exhibit 212.
Well, this
She's
was
always left, but she's always.
Yeah. She didn't turn her shit off before, did she?
Well, if she leaves, she never answers me. I don't know if the phone's off or on, she won't answer me, she's always answers Zach or Cal.
And it's off though, I mean, you know, with us checking
Yeah,
out.
if you look, I mean, it doesn't say delivered on your phone.
Absolutely, right. See some crown cam there. Never written down, but again, I had this in my mind a second ago. Man. Let's see. So we're looking at our phone. Chelsea Hospital already said no.
Is there any other hospital that you would want to?
That's your main psychiatric one. We have Hickman. Partner check that out. And Hickman is our local one, but they would normally send her to Chelsea or maybe Ann Arbor. Let's check that my partner. Dale, can you also check Hickman?
It looks like he started it halfway through, so I apologize. We're going to start it from the beginning.
He stumped. Sunday, 6 a.m. is the last with you, right? Or is it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, then I looked at your phone, and I think you want to see 11, noon, or 1 as you sent a message, and remember.
Yeah, so I'll send one, 8:45.
That's one, yep.
Send another one. Send another one.
So I think you're the last one, 6 a.m. I don't think anybody else has come up. Okay. And your therapist guy, like I said, you haven't called me back yet either. I just looked at mine and one work I haven't sent. I think most of everything's already gone over. Did Angelina, I know, did she actually come here at all yesterday to change clothes or anything?
She was, what do you mean, during the day?
Yeah, that was cool. Okay, all right, I thought, I just remember you said she went to the other.
My brother's girlfriend picked her up.
Okay.
Breakfast here, I went out the truck, said, come on, we gotta get going. She must have stood up and seen it through. I come back, park back.
Okay. Vehicle wise, so the Hummer was over there, and then you brought it back over here, right? Hers, I mean, she put it over there, and the best of your knowledge, she drove. No one else back.
Well, family.
So, but most likely she took it.
Yeah, no one else here.
Yeah. And then Steve, then, did she, I mean, did you? Okay. You guys are gonna get hit, just to tell you, these days.
It's worse trying to find the damn key.
Yeah, well, not just that, they're gonna bust in the door and do stuff anyway.
Years ago,
Yeah, or bad employee's gonna know stuff and then do stuff, or whatever. Part of living.
the thing we can expect something.
Yeah.
Do the best you can.
You go down there and you brought it back or something at some point?
Back up here, because all machinery trucks going through there.
Yep.
Covered dust, so.
Lake house, I asked you, do you have a Florida or a, lake house? You said no, but I understand, you take that as being Zach's house, and I said, no, that's his house, that's not anything. Cameras, did you put up the trail cams at all, or no?
I did that.
Okay.
My son was supposed to be bringing them over.
Okay.
But some off.
And to be honest with you, this one, I don't see her, I mean, she
comes back, I think she's coming back, but I don't know. Or to come back and now, after several days.
Well, today's Sunday, it's Tuesday, so I look forward to not tomorrow.
Really?
When the other siblings or whatever, no, I mean, someone always knows.
Well,
But she's done it. She's your wife, and she's done stuff before. Not to this level.
she's always left, but she's always.
Yeah.
She didn't turn her shit off before, did she?
Well, if she leaves, she never really answers me. So, I don't know, if the phone's off or on, she won't answer me. She's always answered Zach or Raquel.
And it's off, though. I mean, with us checking
Whatever
our
way
ways.
you look, I mean, it doesn't say delivered on your phone.
Absolutely, right.
See, so Trail came back. Never written it down, but again, I had this in my mind just a second ago. Let's see. So we went on our phone. Chelsea Hospital already said no.
Is there any other hospitals that she was watching?
That's your main psychiatric one. We have Hickman. Partner check that out. Hickman is our local one, but they would normally send her to Chelsea or maybe Ann Arbor. It's like that's my partner. Dale, can you also check Hickman Hospital?
And during the course of this same interview, was there a discussion about tracking devices on the vehicles?
Yes, there was.
All right, we're gonna play Exhibit 213.
Your Honor, may we take a comfort break at this time?
Yeah.
Okay,
Why
great.
don't we break for about 10 minutes?
Yes.
Thank you.
Come back and start there.
I was gonna just go to last break.
Oh, okay.
Okay, are we ready to have the jury brought back in?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
the opposite of any suspicion part is like a gold bag, you know, her makeup and stuff. I mean, she took that stuff. She took that stuff, but dang it, who the hell she go with is the question. I do remember my other question. I'm sorry, let me do it before I forget. This came up through a couple different things, but both vehicles. And I looked at you guys before. I'm 52 years old, never been married, I don't have any kids. That's just me real quick. Always thought I'd be married. Just didn't happen. This job, the stuff I've seen in 28 years, you wonder. But two things that kind of got brought up: the Hummer and then the Escalade. So a Hummer, a GPS unit inside that, and then the Escalade, the OnStar being activated.
Well, that's like talking to Tom this morning about those, if I had to, plug into the Hummer, plug in.
Yep.
And ask you to tell me the GPS.
Right.
Well, I plugged it in, it wasn't running good.
Yep.
So, the guys picked it up, the top of was broken.
What year is it?
Doesn't stop, cyber stick. So, if they changed that, then we're fine, but I left that dead diagnostic tool.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Found out, oh my God.
Right.
Well, that's my, I was talking to Kevin, because they can go through your head, what everything's going on, what's going on. I said, she didn't take the escalator, she's afraid to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And she didn't take the Hummer because she's afraid I put something I looked at or something.
And that is what I'm saying. That's my only reason with her not taking them. That's the only thing I can come up with. Another one is she's going from dude's house, she's married, and can't have a car in the driveway, you know, or just going through separation. And that's me straightforward to you. I'm trying to figure this out. So those would be my two things. You know, whether she's paranoid that you're being tracked, and then two, well, hell, if I take my vehicle and someone sees it in the driveway, you know, whoever the guy is, if he exists, there's that. So I mean, I appreciate this. These answers are great, and you're helping me through this. I'm just trying to do the same thing and help you. To be honest with you, I think you pretty much have done every single thing I've done so far for the most part, calling people. Yep. Damn. Well, help me, because now I've pretty much exhausted every freaking thing I have. Well, I guess one other thing. One part of TLO, trans something, is a search engine for us, tells us properties. So he ran your name and her name just to see what properties you own. But so Sand Lake, you know, that's his. So Sand Lake House, 50 and Onset Highway or something, Cedar Point property. How much acres you got there? Jesus. And then I would have read the paper that they finally basically shut that down on the Cedar Point part. And I thought I heard something recent in there. You get there, what do you think? It was you guys saying.
One part of the camp up there, was kind of super,
You know what, at this point, do you know what you're doing other than paying taxes on the land? Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha. So say,
You guys don't have to go for those building stuff up there?
no, I haven't done any of those yet. I mean, you know, we want to start here and then go kind of go on there. But family members said they have.
Yes.
Everything else, every single place, including this place, sounds like it's been done by you guys. I just, whatever, I can shut my boss up, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be shut up at this point. It's not even that. And I need to check these things off, and I wanna find your wife. So Sand Lake, a Cedar Point property, 400 roughly. And there's a cabin on that one, is that what, or no? Left barn, okay. What else? Property, Pocklington or something. What, do you have an address to that or no? Cross Street? And she has 10 cows or something that she. You give me. She doesn't sell beef. She doesn't have. Okay, so she's roughly got 10 or something cattle.
We just got steers over at farm.
Oh, that's not this one. Okay, so Pocklington and Palmer. How many acres is that?
7
And there's is that one? So the cattle's not there. What do you guys do there? It's fine. Barn and okay. And then I'm sorry, what's the one? Northley?
Yes, Northley.
How many acres there?
That's just rather fun.
Okay. No building at all. No shed.
Building, the steers are at the facilities.
Is that the one that has a house where that guy takes care of your stuff or whatever? Or no, that's totally wrong. I'm off on that.
House, gentleman lives there, we rent from here.
And then that guy takes care of Something else we did, I got partners just sitting in the office doing computer stuff. He got a hold of Munger Airport, and so far they're saying knows that. I think what else? Oh, you're wrong. I'm just trying to be completely telling you everything we've done so you know that we're doing our job as well. You guys did travel, you got whatever phone call or whatever, say, hey, you still got 30 days worth of something traveling or something, and so you try to burn through some of that before you lose it.
We got unlimited vacation club package for,
We gotta hang out.
we were supposed to be there 2 weeks ago, I said, we can't go yet.
Gotcha. Did she go with someone else, her daughter or something?
Unless you got two more out, so it.
Gotcha. And I think I talked to you about that. So, well, actually, COVID was, she never really went anywhere to a hospital, or she was never inpatient. Came back positive. Gotcha. Anything else? I gotcha. I do appreciate it. Lots of times, helping my boss.
I want my wife back.
Yep. Oh, no, that's where I'm at. You want to get it? Yep.
Did you go back to the Munger farm?
I did,
And what was the first date that you went back there?
on 4/29.
All right, and do you recall approximately what time it was?
It would have been early afternoon, mid-afternoon.
All right, and we're gonna show you, exhibit 204. When you arrived at the Munger farm, where did you go?
So we went to the sprayer barn, which would be the far right barn there on the map.
Okay, can you zoom that in? That building?
Yes.
Okay, and when you arrived there, who did you go with?
Myself and Detective Greca.
All right, and what did you observe when you went in?
So we went in, Dale was inside of the building. They had a semi pulled in there that was running, and it was very loud.
Okay, I'm gonna show you People's Exhibit 82. And is that just inside that sprayer barn?
Yes.
Okay. People's Exhibit 83. Is that inside the spray barn?
Yes.
Okay. People's Exhibit 84. What am I looking at in People's Exhibit 84?
Yeah. So if you see that camouflage area, that's a large safe that was sitting up against the wall.
Okay.
And then there was heavy-duty chains that were laying on the floor.
Okay, right there in front of the pallet?
Yes, that pallet jack there, yep.
Okay. Number 85. Okay, again, what's this?
Yep, so that was when we were standing there talking to Dale, we as in myself and Detective Greca. He kind of was bladed towards that anhydrous tank behind him there, and he was spraying, hosing off the floor.
Okay, and did you guys come out of that sprayer barn?
Yeah, upon his request, he was spraying off the floor. He said he had some chemicals on the ground, and he asked us to leave the barn so that he could finish spraying it off.
Okay. And on this date, did you guys have a conversation with Dale?
Yes,
All right, you stay outside for a little bit of time though, correct?
I do, yes.
All right, so at this time, we'll play Exhibit 217, where they ask the defendant to start discussing Saturday moving forward.
At the Thursday, so it was something like that, this year, something like this, roughly. So let's go back to Saturday morning. Let's start with that one. Saturday morning. You're shaking your head, yeah. Well, I tried to go.
You asked me what I did Saturday morning?
Yeah, it's, I know we did Saturday morning because I said my son and Ivan was with me. They got here.
Well, I'm gonna try it. So you wake up Saturday morning, are you both in bed, or is you remember that one? Was she out or no?
No, we're both in Saturday morning.
tile in, and we wanted to finish up, we had a roll left to finish up with some trimming, because it was about to rain. We went over there that morning, that's where we were, that Saturday morning.
Okay, so you get stuff on here, then you go over, that's, you take your next.
Right, we had to get batters and stuff for the sawzalls, the drills, and tile, the couplers, and tape and stuff we took from here.
Roughly, what's something you left here to go to
I think it was around 8.
okay.
Just trying to think if there's any breakdowns or major problems. It was Saturday, so all the trucks were here. The mechanics were working on the trucks.
And you actually, I'm sorry, what some did you go with, or are these separate vehicles, but at least he's kind of over there too, or not? Or that was he not with you?
You know what, it was Jaron, the boy that was in here. That was Jaron.
I never heard of
Yeah,
Jaron.
Jaron. Jaron was with me, and then Brian, my son-in-law came over. Ivan wasn't here. Ivan had to took a semi-load. He drove for Todd on Saturday. He had to take a load. So Ivan was with me Friday night. He brought us back pizza and food at the field. And then we all came back here and had some more in the house when we got back. And then Saturday, Ivan had to drive for Todd. He had some feed or something to the elevator. So Jaron and I went over there. We started putting tile in, and Brian, did I go spray? I can't remember if I sprayed it. I have to look in my log, but I might have sprayed the load off first and Saturday morning.
What would that have been in between?
But we were tiling, regardless of what I did before I got, if I was in a sprayer, if I was tiling. We were at the field tiling when Dee took Angelina to the soccer game, and that's when she called me, and that's when I was aware of there was an argument with Terry. Did I lose your,
Yes, you did, so if you sprayed on Saturday,
It would have been, I can't, yeah, it would be before the tile.
So I'm gonna put spray question mark before
Yeah,
that.
cause I jumped, there's so
What
many.
field did you hit then?
I lost, I got to spray, I mean,
Okay, no,
That's-
we're not gonna take that.
we fall back on a crutch when we got all these sprayers, and they got all these computers in them, we forget what you've done, you can go punch in the computer and it tells you, yeah, it's there, and what you did, so.
Okay. So spray, possibly,
I can't remember if I sprayed first, and then we went to the field and put tile in. But anyways, we were over tiling
So Jaron, Jaron, you tipped the highway tile on with the 8 o'clock.
with Brian.
Yep, right.
And then roughly I called Dee or she called me, I called her before 9 to ask her if she was at the game and how the game was going. And she said, no, the game is at 11, it's not, I thought she told me 9 or 10. So I called her early, and she hadn't left home yet. And I said, okay, well, call me and let me know how the game's going, because she's giving me a field trip, because I wasn't going to my daughter's soccer team. So, and then roughly, God, it was like, probably 11:30, because the game was going on, and she called me, and she says, are you by yourself?
Saturday, she
Came back Saturday, she's in the house. I come to the house, first I got here and I went out and seen Evangeline did her chicken chores, which they weren't done, so I came up and got her, and we went out and did the chicken chores.
She come up to the chicken.
No, so not so. Her chores weren't done, so I came and got her, and he was over here sitting in the chair, I can tell she's all upset, her face was red and all fucked up, and crying. She didn't say nothing to me, I said, I'm taking Evangeline out to, do chores, she said, okay, that's fine. Out, we did the chores, and we come back in, and I says, Dee, I'm gonna take Angelina, we're gonna go over to the other farm, and check the steers, because my son was spreading fertilizer. We came back from down, he went to spread fertilizer. I think I went across the road and fist some ground. I mean,
After 8 p.m.?
no, before, and we did tiling, and I think we both came back, he went to spread fertilizer, and I was in the tractor across the road here, something. And I think, I can't remember which frickin' day, I mean, it sounds like I didn't know what I was doing, but the more I talk about it, the more I can kind of remember what we're doing. But I know my son was spreading fertilizer that night, because we went over to check the steers at the other farm, because he didn't have time to do chores, because he was in the dry spread fertilizer. So I came in and told Dee that I wanted to take Angelina with me to check the cattle over to the farm.
So you definitely, you tile, so now maybe you're done at 6 feet. How big of a field, how long did it take?
Well, we only had one roll of tile to put in, and then we'll start, the sprinkle rain on and off, and then we ran out of tile, and we quit, so, I mean, without the time cards, like I said, I mean, I can go, if you want a definite exact answer.
No, I mean, it's rough now, but don't wait a second. So the field, how long did it take you to till the field?
I didn't really do a few rounds, you see over there, there wasn't much that was getting played, so I just came over.
So maybe morning, say 8 p.m. getting here.
Well, it was still about 8 when I got here,
But
but I mean, for the time we was tiling until 8 p.m. here, there might have been some other things that was in between, I mean, I don't remember for sure, but
fit in the field across the
I
street.
think I did go over there and fit, but I know my son was spreading fertilizer because I came in and told her that we were gonna go check the cattle at the other farm. And she says, no, you can't. Amy called and Jenny was gonna go over and play with Hazel. I'm like, well, was this planned? Because, you know, I was gonna take her over here and I ain't seen her all day. I didn't say this, but I'm thinking this myself. I didn't see me all day. I wanna take my daughter with me over there. She said, no, she's coming to get herself. When I stayed here, I jumped in the truck and drove over to Tom's, checked the cattle out, talked to him for a few minutes over there, because he's having an auction of the bird.
Roughly time, you had the times?
Probably about not close to 9. Because when I got back here, it was 10 minutes ago, normally.
Okay.
So, when I got back here,
Roughly, see,
normally, 2 miles straight, if you went 2 miles straight to the west, it's 10.
okay. It was, roughly 9, my question. You go there,
Checked the cattle, went through, looked them all, if there's any feed, walked out, talked to Tom for a little bit. Because he's having an auction, like I say, on the first. And then I headed back here, I got back here, Angelina was gone, because Amy came and picked her up in the meantime. I asked Dee, she just won't want us on Dee, because she's been setting her all the stuff, and since I had hamburgers out on the fridge, I said, I'll make some burgers, what do you want to eat? No, I don't want to. I don't feel like it. She says, you know, Terry quit today. I said, no, I did not. Oh, I know what it was. I didn't get back. Scratch it. Saturday, we got done tiling. Todd took me down to Finley to bring back the truck that was worked on. It's coming back. It might take a while.
well, you are right, it's either, I know it's either Finley or Fayette.
It was Finley. We went down to Finley and picked up the truck and brought back. So
now roughly what time is that?
I'm thinking I'm still back here about 8:30, 7:30, 8 o'clock is when I got back. All Finley. I think we left here around 3:30. Hour and a half down, hour and a half back.
Okay,
So,
your phone already said you were fit,
Okay.
so I'm just trying to.
okay, well, it's coming to me. It's coming to me.
Okay, you mind, just let you go.
No, it's coming to me. So that's what.
4:30, and then 4:30.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, for what purpose?
We got a truck down there, we computer out there, service, and brought it back. So when I got into, I talked to Dee, she told me that Terry quit, she says, you know that? No, I did not know that, even though I was riding with Terry's brother all the way down there, so it was never told that Terry was fired. And then I got back, she said, Terry
3 of them, and I thought she was only supposed to take 1. But anyways, regardless. So she started calming down, I rubbed her back, her shoulder, she started calming down. And she started getting where she's gonna go to sleep. And I said, just go to sleep, honey. She's like, and she started watching TV, and she kinda dozed off, went to sleep. So then I picked her up, put her on the couch, tucked her in, went to bed. This was probably 2 o'clock, and I got to bed.
Yeah, I mean, she's just half-assed, don't go back to sleep.
No, she
You actually completely wrapped.
No, I didn't think it was, yeah, Well, let me go back, because she was gone, I looked in there, her bags are gone, criminal iron, that stuff. Then when Zach did get here, he come in, looked too, everybody, even though somebody tells you they're gone, they're still gonna look. We go out to the office, and that's, they're looking at the cameras. He's trying to get in the camera system and see if we can find out what's going on. And he walks through, and I walk through there too. But this time I walk through and I go over to my desk, because she's in the middle part, and our wedding ring is on my desk. So that's, with her not taking Angelina, which every time she's ever left and went to Zach's house, she's always took Angelina. Right. And this time she didn't take Angelina, and when I walk through the office, her ring is on my desk. That's what just, something is fucking wrong.
Right.
And then somebody picked her up.
Yeah, a couple things here. The ring part. Well, what cameras? How many cameras are here? Functioning and non-functioning.
They're all functioning, but the problem is the cameras were put in to watch the help and watch, make sure fuel wasn't being stolen and office stuff wasn't being stolen. There's nothing in here.
The one in the office is the one where the ring aspect. You know, is that one?
Well, that one isn't. That's no. It's in the main office where you walk in the doors.
Mm-hmm.
My office is basically the next was the lunchroom. I could push the lunchroom. That's where my office is. But right there. So if you come in the door down by Todd's, where Todd's office is, the very end, there's the cameras there. So if you come in the indoor, come in.
So she could have came in there, dropped off the ring, and she'll have me on camera. What about the vehicle, the Hummer? Would that have made the camera? Okay. So camera's not.
Because, well, the Hummer would have been on there if she went that way, but the Hummer come out and went this way, and the cameras in the shop don't reach out this far.
The Hummer, you know, because she doesn't normally drive that,
Well,
whatever.
she loved to drive. I cut her off on driving the Hummer, so she could drive it more.
And this is someone was saying it's basically been a month since she's moved that thing.
Since we got back from Florida.
Okay.
And
But then what she does?
She's rode the Hummer 2-3 times in the last few weeks because she's brought me food to the field with it. She'll drive the Hummer out in the field, so.
Yeah.
But she hasn't been driving the Hummer because I had it in parked with the camper. I parked it inside because I didn't want to
So
outside.
the Hummer
I drove behind the camper, and you know it only gets like 5-6 miles a gallon. She used to drive it every freaking where. I'm like, Dee, stop driving it. Just drive it. Well, you know, the Volkswagen gets 50 miles a gallon, but she wouldn't be caught that.
No, I got you.
So I used to you guys.
Get that, yeah.
But so you know, so I basically told her not to drive the Hummer anymore. So.
That's it for whatever reason. But she wasn't taking anything to the field, unless you're not, but you really don't know why she did not that.
Well, I told you, I think it's because she figured, she knows I can track her and that's why I did that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if my device that I plugged into it was a diagnostic thing that also does the tracking.
Yeah.
My son-in-law had it, and he gave it to me because he bought a vehicle and plugged it in and it didn't work, so he gave it to me, and I'm all cool. I put it in my pickup for a while, and it worked great. Diagnostic little plugs weren't working and all that. So I pulled it out and I stuck it in the Hummer, figured, because it was missing, making noise, it didn't work. Well, we put it in there and it wouldn't come online, it wouldn't work, so he was going in online to see if he could get it to work. And we forgot it was in there, so hell, it'd been in there 6 months, it wouldn't work or do anything. Well, she found it in there and she said, oh my God, you've been tracking me all this time. Even though it never worked, it was good because now she thought I could follow her, find her where.
With that being said, we either have anything on it now, so you think
Just
that
honestly, that's believing, you can find that in
And
there.
then that one, that one,
I never got it.
I guess would we really, read for that, you know, I mean, I'm sorry, the Hummer not going down there, just whatever, just wanna grab, or was there?
What do you mean?
The Hummer, when it was actually down there, so,
I think she was paranoid and thought there was still a tracker in it.
okay, so you think that's what you put down?
Yeah, I think she knew that this one could be tracked. She went out on this one, and then she pulled out, went down there, put the ring in my desk, went back out, and said, "Oh fuck, you can probably track this too, because he knows everywhere I go."
So in theory,
I'm talking off the cuff. I'm guessing. I mean, I don't know. I need this.
so in theory, she should have made a phone call, and we should get that on the Hummer through her phone, whoever's coming to pick her up, in theory.
No, because she's got another phone.
Let's go to talk about that, how do you know that, or what?
Well, now I know. Well, when we went to Mexico, I can't tell you the date. I mean, I have to look back and find it. It's been a while ago. It's been almost 6 months to a year when we were in Mexico. We went down to Mexico. I just kind of blew it off because it wasn't worth the battle. When we went and checked into our room, it was unpacking. There was 2 phones in our suitcase, in her suitcase. And I got it out. Well, she had the suitcase open, and I went to the other room. And I come back, there's 2 phones stuff looked like it came from like a Walmart leather track motor case. It wasn't the fancy.
Did you ever discuss that with her? You know, I mean, you don't want to argue.
I wasn't gonna bring up an argument.
Yeah.
It wasn't, at that point, it wasn't worth the argument, because I already know the answer I'm gonna get. It's not my phone.
Yeah, and,
Then the other thing is she would just tell me that it was, you know, one of the other employees' phones or someone else's phone, so I could answer. It wasn't worth the battle. That's, you know, going to council talking to Craig, you got learned to choose your battles. So I'm guessing that that other phone is who she was usually in contacts. And I don't know how we ever did. No,
we got a few things to search for. Whether some guy doesn't buy or somebody doesn't buy it for her, give it to her, or
Well, yeah, here,
or you just pay as you go type thing. You don't even give them your info. Just give them the IT guy.
I mean, the only thing is that you might, I don't know if you can even do it, if it was ever hooked to our Wi-Fi, can you tell if something was hooked to your Wi-Fi?
We're on that right now.
So that would be the only way that I can think you could find that phone, but everybody that pulls in here, if you phone was the Wi-Fi, you'll have a list of 1,000 fucking phones on. I mean, anytime anybody comes here, sales guys, everybody has the Wi-Fi, have the meetings or whatever. But that's, you guys will figure out.
And in just a few years, that is, like I said, they
Yeah, I knew I was,
I'll be an answer
I
there.
was talking through it, I'm like, man, what the hell, can go mess around for Saturday? You know, like,
We're not going to tap on it, sure. I can tell you not. Well,
and I did get a hold of Craig, and he didn't, hasn't heard from me or anything. I think I got one the other day. Ever get a hold of him?
I did, and the counselor, you know, so yeah.
Craig?
Yeah, and just talked to him today.
Okay.
Said, you guys did do a January, it was, had it set up for February. Talked on the phone, canceled for one reason or another, she did, not even.
I thought she was still going, but.
Oh, you thought still since then, did she still?
That's when I talked to Craig, I said, well, because I knew she was scheduled in February for 2 more. Because the last time that I talked to her, we were both there together, he wanted to see her a few more times, and then after he got to Dee, then we were back together. You know, the same way we done. But, stuff, and just like I was going, it's COVID, you know, she came down with COVID, and well, I think the last time we seen was just before we went up to Florida.
Hopefully, one of these things is going to tell us something. Electronic devices, security camera. You know, there's a talk of a black Jeep driving by here.
Well, we've seen it, that's the only car we see on the camera.
So you've already looked at it roughly for that time frame.
Yeah, I think Zach is out looking for Friday till, Sunday afternoon.
And with it, did you see that or not?
Yeah.
Okay,
You got it. It went, I think, just by that way.
And then, refresh me, where's the stop? Is the stop sign for east, west, or north, south?
It's, west of here, or no, yeah, east of here.
So it's the east-west stop sign, not north, south stop sign.
Right.
Okay, east-west stop sign.
Just looking around.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. So with the speed of it, are we able to think, oh, or is it slow enough for us to pull in here? I mean, pull or stop and pick her up?
Well, we don't know because we only see it when it's past the buildings. I mean, if it did pick somebody up, it'd be up to speed.
Would it already at that point? Okay. That's what she's seeing, how we will speed it.
Yeah, that's the camera that we need to work on, because when it was originally put up, the pine tree that's blocking most of the view was only a big house.
She called Kyle recently to have, I think it's a little weight scale camera.
Got fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, the plug on it went bad. On the old, it was up there, the plug was broke. And you put it up, and they put a different camera up.
And on 429, you and Detective Greca continue having conversation with Dale Warner, is that correct?
We do, yep.
one of those conversations deals with the camera system and the passwords, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, I would be playing Exhibit 260 at this time.
The 5200 is missing.
Well, that's money that she took out of state, which, it's her money, whatever. But, so I'm going, man, I don't know, like, all Kyle, when Dee was here, she talked to Kyle before, when we got back and forth, because we got new phones down there. Well, the camera system wasn't working on mine, when you get a new phone, you gotta put all that shit back in to make it work. So I called Kyle to come up and fix my camera, or my security system on my phone. In the meantime, I told him, I says, I'm gonna change the passwords on everything, because, I don't want Dee to get in. I told him, I wanna change the password on the cameras first, because Dee's got another phone, she's got the password for the camera system. She can look on it and see everything that we're doing during the day, and then she can come in the office and do whatever she wants. But she'll know nobody's there.
So that's why you wanted to.
So I wanted to change it, so she couldn't know what's going on. And at that time, I wasn't so sure that Zach wasn't in on it too. Because, this is early on. We're before day 3. Until day 3, I was convinced that she's over at Zach's house. I didn't care what anybody told me. They know where she's at. But now, she's not. So that's why I changed it. And I didn't go to the banks and change any everything else. I could, and I probably ain't gonna say I should have, because the biggest thing is I want my wife back. No matter what she did, it's irrelevant at this point. I don't know why she left him to win. Because that girl was a girl.
Right.
So, but that's why I changed the password. And I know Zach was pissed off because Kyle said that Zach was calling him 5 minutes after he changed the password. I'm thinking, I didn't even know he had access to my camera system on his phone. I thought he'd go and look at it. So that was news to me. And he was mad because I didn't give him the password back. And I thought, no, I don't.
But then, did you at some point give him some access or
He
no?
can look at it in the office. I don't have no problem with that little bit of stuff, but I don't feel at this time that he has the right to have my security system on his home. This is still Dee's and my business. He works for us as an employee. He's not part of this. He's family, but this is Dee's and my business.
And again, same date. Is there a discussion with the defendant about what the arguments are about that night?
Yes, there is.
Okay, we'd play Exhibit 218 at this time.
There's no fights over money. It's like I told you in the message. We can make more money. I can't make money life. So I want my woman, no matter what she's done or how much she's taken, it's irrelevant. And you can see, we've started with nothing here. Nothing.
Started on Cody, you had the 20 mil or something. That's what.
No, when Dee and I first started, when I moved here, we started with nothing. I worked for crop production, she did, we built an empire together.
Right.
In 2015, we ventured off in Manchester and bought a 1,500-acre vegetable farm. And it damn near fucking bankrupted us. Up until then, there was nothing that we couldn't do in Concord. But we did that one, and that one kicked my ass. I'll tell you right flat out, it kicked my ass. About $20-25 million possibly.
The employees are pissed at her, they're the cause of all the problems around here with the drama and stuff. That's the message we have. So that, we heard being a strong person.
So there's you look on my phone and you're gonna see, back to the text messages, I'm gonna have my ass chewed more than you've probably ever seen in your life.
What we're doing with these is putting pressure on her, in her heart. What is that gonna do to her? I'm trying to get to you. Or is that suicide? Or is that, I think about it? Or am I gonna go to a clinic? Or am I gonna go get therapy?
That's why we were trying to go to credit. Trying to get it so that you know how to deal with employees. Dee is a fixer. My wife is a fixer. Just like with Terry. It has nothing to do with us, and she's trying to fix this damn problem. Why, Dee? And it's just caused a big argument. it back from her. That's on Terry, that's not on your ID. You did everything you could do. You went above and beyond. When he needed money, you made it out, you made a deal with Doug Martone so that he would represent Terry and be taken care of, and you guaranteed that he would pay. I mean, that's the only thing that would take me off of Dee is he hasn't paid the obligation that we stuck our neck out and said, Doug, do this for him. But, you know, she got on him and he's paying it now. But as far as him having to apologize to her for what he does in his personal time, I mean, she was mad because I didn't agree with everything.
Would she check herself into being in the hospital?
Oh, I mean, it's been brought up several times in the past that my wife is bipolar, and if she hears that word, oh my God, that's not a mean to say around female.
I know I learned that one.
No, and I think, personally, I think she does have a lot of mental problems, but I mean, if you look, we all have our problems.
So that question, do you think, did she get to that level? Deeper
I
hate
don't
now?
know. I hope to God she did get to that level, but if she was, I hope to God that she would check herself, but I don't think she would. You know, because she is, in denial so bad.
So is this that hard? How strong are you now?
She's probably 3-4 times in her marriage. I remember one time I go home, she had gone all night on the bed crying, and I don't know if she wanted attention, or it was an attention thing, or she's actually didn't do it.
Now with us and everything we've done, how much stronger now? Because you were totally against it before, affair, or with the guy you're talking about.
I'll fight that to the end, but no, I don't think she's
I
married.
don't know, you're not getting me anywhere. Just
Well,
no, I appreciate you.
You know, so I told her that I would go in the yard, and I said, we got married for better or for worse. I said, do you still love me? She couldn't tell me no, but she couldn't tell me yes either then. I looked her square in the eyes and she's crying. I said, I love you no matter what. It's never gonna change.
And I'm sorry, what night was this?
This was Saturday.
Okay, so you guys-
Saturday and Sunday one.
Yeah.
Because you're still love me.
Yeah, and thank you.
So, but I told her, I
said,
said, you know, she's sitting around and she wanted to sell everything. And I said, it's not your decision to sell. It's not. This is ours, it's not yours. But she wouldn't say that, you know, she wouldn't come out and say that she didn't love me. She wouldn't come out and say that she did. So that was different than a normal argument too, because normally she always would say yes, but she'd be quiet about it. But, I mean, I've been through one of those. I sure as hell don't want to go through another one, no matter what. It's not worth it.
did you harm her wife?
No.
And it does.
Your Honor, I believe this would be a good time if the court wishes to stop. I know it's a half an hour early, but the next body cam we want to play is approximately an hour and 5 minutes long.
That's correct. I've been monitoring the times.
All right, well, it doesn't make much sense to start a video and stop halfway through, so why don't we break for today then? The court is not open on Monday, so our next day will be Tuesday, and we will start again at 9 a.m. And you get to hear the instruction. I'm not talking to you one more time. During the trial, please do not read, listen to, or watch any news reports about the case. Under the law, the evidence you consider to decide the case must meet certain standards. For example, witnesses must swear to tell the truth, and the lawyers must be able to cross-examine them. Because news reports do not have to meet these standards, they could give you incorrect or misleading information that might unfairly favor one side. So to be fair to both sides, you must follow this instruction. And with that, we will see you back on Tuesday morning.